In this video, I'm going to share 2 best methods to propagate the Alocasia plant. Also going to show what substrate to use to get better results with propagation, and finally going to talk about the care to take which will ensure healthy growth of the propagates. So watch the entire video for proper information. Alocasias belong to the Araceae family and are nested under the Colocasia tribe. This group of plants produce corms or bulbs from the base. Each of these corms is potential to sprout and convert into a mature plant. By harvesting and sprouting these corms, you can get multiple plants. So first, let me show you how to harvest corms from the mother plant. This is the Alocasia black velvet, and you can see the mother plant has produced multiple shoots that come out around the plant base. So gently, let me take out the whole plant. And now, let me separate each of these plants. So here, this is the corm or bulb that is produced by the mother plant. Generally, it looks like the picture that is shown on the screen when it's not sprouted. The corms become activated as soon as get favorable conditions and grow as the plant I'm holding here. So I have harvested a decent amount of plantlets. Some have very well-developed roots and some are just started to grow. Now, whether the corms are sprouted or not, choosing the correct substrate will ensure their proper growth. Alocasias prefer good water-retentive, organic matter-rich, but free-draining soil. So first, here adding 2 parts normal potting soil. Then adding a part of compost. And lastly, adding a part of rice husk. You can use shredded rice straw or perlite as an alternative. Then here, mixing all the ingredients thoroughly. All the product links are provided in the description box and pinned comment. And this is the end product. When planting a corm in soil, this pointed portion will be upward, which will form shoots. And this round portion will go into the soil that will form roots. Now I'm going to repot this sprouted corm in this 3-inch pot, which is enough for this plant. Filled half of the pot, then gently placing the base of the plant into the soil and then covering the base properly. Now this soil is water retentive, which means the soil will be constantly moist but free draining, which will prevent rotting. So the soil will provide that moist arable condition that the Alocasia corms need to sprout and grow. After repotting, the plant needs a good amount of water. So here, watering thoroughly until water drains out through the drainage holes. Also repotting another plant. This plant has well-developed roots and a decent amount of leaves. Gently placing the base of the plant in the center of the pot. Make sure this thick base is above the soil and leaves and leaf petioles are not buried into the soil. Press the soil to remove air pockets and finally water thoroughly. You can also use leca or clay pebbles, which help to sprout out the corms fast. These corms are very active in forming shoots and roots, even if planted in the wrong direction as this plant. The shoot will find out its path on its own and will grow like this plant. Alocasia can be propagated from stems. As the plant matures, the base of the plant turns into a thick stem like this one. This was the mother plant from which all other corms have formed. Now this stem has enough space to cut into 2 pieces. From here, it has some auxiliary buds and already has roots. So if I cut here, I will have 2 separate stems to grow. And here making a clean cut using a sterilized blade, and these are ready to be planted. I'm going to sprout this unrooted stem in leca because it does not have roots, and leca will help to root this stem fast. Shallowly burying the base into the leca, and then here I'm watering the plant. I'm keeping the level of the water near the base of the plant in order to root but not rot the stem. For another stem, I'm going to plant in the soil that I have used for corms. And it's done. Now let's talk about the care for these plants after repotting. In the case of corm or bulb propagation, whether the corms are sprouted or not, keep the pots in a place where they will receive around 4 to 5 hours of bright indirect light or 1 or 2 hours of morning direct sunlight. In their earlier stage, they prefer constant moisture, so I will water when the upper soil feels dry. And in the case of stem propagation, they also prefer bright place, but keeping them in slightly shaded and humid places will help to keep the stem hydrated, as well as will fasten the root growth and shoot growth. Here I repotted the top cutting in leca, so as soon as the water level declines, I will fill the pot with water. And for the bottom rooted stem, I will water when upper soil feels dry. As soon as all the plants are in good health, I will treat them as a normal Alocasia plant. Now, Alocasias contains calcium oxalate crystals, which can cause irritation if come in contact with the skin, so wear gloves or wash hands when working with these plants. Let us know in the comment section which propagation method you would like to try, and if you want to learn more about the care of the Alocasia plant, then subscribe to the channel for the updated videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Take care.